Hello and welcome to episode 57 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. My name is Michaeli. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is my podcast where I talk about my knitting, my crocheting, and my yarn dyeing. You can find me online at breakingyarn.com or anywhere on social media at Breaking Yarn. Today I have one finished object that you saw last episode, and I have a lot of whips. So let's just jump straight into it. My first finished object is my blanket. This is my fair and square blanket. It's a free pattern by Pearl Soho. And I used my minis on this. So the main color is Wayfarer 515 ribbon. That's from my shop. And then each square is a mini from the 2023 Leap of Faith Yarns Advent for 2023. And I love this blanket so much. I already want to make it bigger. I did 24, is it 24 or 25? 25 squares, but I already want to make it larger just because I enjoyed working on it so much. I don't want this project to be over with. So I might save it for more fall winter time, and maybe I'll add on a few more rows of squares because I just really enjoyed working with this. It's a free pattern, and I did the large size squares, so it was 160 stitches for each square around, and then you decrease in 4 quadrants till you get to the center, and then you finish off, and each square is different square, and so that keeps it very interesting. And since I'm a process knitter, I really enjoyed knitting this, and I think it turned out so cute too. I really love it a lot. It's super squishy. I held fingering weight double because it does call for DK weight. And yeah, so I held my main color double, and I held each mini double as well. Some of the minis I still have, when they're just a small little square like that, I still have a decent amount of the mini left. So I will be looking for another Advent type scrappy project to do to finish up the rest of my skeins. But that is my finished object, my fair and square blanket that I love so much, and I really enjoyed knitting. I really enjoyed knitting it, and I don't want it to be over, so more to come on that one. Okay, so like I said, I have a lot of whips. I will try to just go through them quicker so I don't linger too long on any one of them unless I want to. This is in a bag by Midwest Stitches, my friend Danielle. It's a snap bag. I have a half finished object, I guess. It is my perfect no-show socks. This is a pattern by Christina Lively, and I knit this in my Crystal Meth colorway. And I haven't knit the second one. I haven't even started knitting the second one because it's a little loose on this part. And I've knit this sock pattern before, so it's not an issue with the pattern. I think it was an issue with me, and I think what it is it's an issue with, I bought the I don't know if I have it in here. I bought the cord smith to do the I-cord part of it. I made another I-cord thinking I will already, because I just wanted to practice, and then I was like, oh, I'll just knit the I-cord for it. But I think my gauge for knitting it on the I-cord tool is a lot looser than just knitting an I-cord with the needles. So I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna knit the I-cord by hand, again the exact size, and see if it's smaller, because I think that's my issue. It fits, but it's just really loose, and I just didn't want to you know, spend the time making the pair of socks if it isn't gonna fit me correctly. But I also haven't tried it in shoes yet. So maybe I will try on the sock in a pair of shoes first and just see if it slips down or if it's an issue or if I just don't like the looseness or if it's completely fine. If it's completely fine, I might just go ahead and knit the second sock. But I wanted to test it out first, but that's why this is not a finished object yet. Because of that reason. I wanted to make sure that it would be a good pair of socks and I don't need to rip this out first to save the yarn. So, but I used my Crystal Meth colorway. It always shows up a little bit different of a blue than what is in real life. And I altered the pattern to do a star toe because I really love doing star toes. I don't know if you can see that. But it just decreases all the way around and as opposed to just on the sides. And it makes it a little bit more pointy maybe. But I just like knitting it and I like the way it fits too. And I like the way it looks. Well, that's all the things you need to care about, right? It looks, it fits, it's fun to knit. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with my Perfect No-Show socks from Christina Lively in Crystal Meth. We'll see more to come on that as well. Okay, so my next whip is, I'm holding it in a bag that my friend Robin King made for me. Isn't that so cute? There's a drawstring bag with a handle and there's lots of pockets. Like she did a great job making like pockets in here. I'm not sure if she's gonna start selling them or if she just decided to make some bags for funsies. But I just adore this bag so much that she gave me. Okay, so I am working on the Texture Me socks. Beep, beep, beep. I'm all tangled up here. Okay, so it's like this. This is a pattern by Jennifer Belew. I hope I'm saying that right, Jennifer. I'm sorry. Jennifer Belew. She is Alondria Knits on Instagram. And yeah, this is a really fun pattern to knit actually. It's stripes, which I love, and you know that if you've been here a while, you know I love to knit stripes and I love to wear stripes. But yeah, so I am participating. She has a it's called a Sock Challenge 2024 MAL that is happening right now. It goes until August 11th. And I am giving away a prize for her followers who are participating in the MAL. So I decided to participate as well, and I am using all scraps for this sock, which is the challenge for me because I usually don't like to make too many scrappy projects. But my main color is my Coin Flip is Sacred colorway, and then I'm using Holly White, Marie Schrader, Crystal Meth, and Wayfarer 515 ribbon as my contrasting colors. But I love it. It's so cute. I'm getting really close to the toe, and I know that, so I have kind of slowed down on it because I wasn't like in a place where I could do a toe, you know, or like try it on, switch the needles, try it on, because I like to knit on 9-inch circs. So that is good until you get to a toe, and then you need to switch to magic loop or DPNs or something like that. I'll switch to magic loop. But I was gonna do one more stripe and then I'll try them on, and then I'll try doing a toe if it's ready, and I will do that in my main color here as well. So that's my second whip. And this bag too, just one more thing about the bag is I have each, like, I'm using scraps, right? So I have each scrap in its own little pocket, and so it's staying really organized and nice. Not getting all tangled up inside the bag, but they're all in their own little compartment. So my next whip is in a bag by Mountain State Stitches. This is Jenny's company, and I have one completed sock. I guess it's another half finished object, I don't know. But this is a pattern. This is the Saul Goodman socks pattern by me, and I knit this in a one-of-a-kind colorway that I dyed up just out of some leftover dyes that I had. I had some kind of tealy and purple, and I just kind of threw it on the yarn and left white spots on purpose, and so it kind of has these white little like areas that are still undyed. So I finished one sock, and I'm also testing out with this yarn, I'm testing out a new base. This is an 80-20 high twist base, and I've never carried a base like that or dyed a base like that, so I'm also testing it out for that. And if you are knitting socks for summer sock camp with Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, I also have like a cal that's going on as well. It's if you knit any socks that are from my shop, like any of the Breaking Bad inspired sock patterns. This one is Saul Goodman. Then you can also enter my cal just on Instagram. It's very casual. You would just use the hashtag Breaking Yarn SSC 2024. That stands for Summer Sock Camp. And then you will also be entered to win a prize from my shop as well. But so that's sock number 1, and I do have sock number 2 on the needles, again using 9-inch circulars from ChiaoGoo. Those are my favorite, and I've really been enjoying the fixed ones. Yeah, I've just been enjoying the fixed ones a lot. They're really sturdy and nice and not flimsy at all, and I like how they feel in my hands. So I have the cuff done, and I'm working on the leg, and yeah, you know, as long as I get this done before the end of summer sock camp. That's also how long the, like, I don't know why I can never think of the word for this, but like the cal that I'm hosting as well is running alongside summer sock camp. It's just as a casual way to enter for more prizes if you wanted to knit one of my patterns. And obviously there's still time to join for that. So yeah, that's my entry for that. I have 2 more whips to share with you today. This one is in a bag by Stolen Minutes. Oops. Carrie of Stolen Minutes. I love her bag. It has black and white stripes on the inside. Super cute. And this is holding my, it's called Notched Hem Tank Top. It's a free pattern by Pearl Soho. And let's see how I can show this to you without losing stitches here. So it kind of goes like this. It works from the bottom up. So here's the bottom hem, and it's a split hem. There is like a gap there where it'll be longer and in the front and in the back, and then it joins right here in the round. And this is a purled, like a purled section. This is a free pattern on Pearl Soho as well. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. I am using Terrapin, I think it's how you say it. Terrapin Fiberworks. And it's 100% Pima cotton in their Atlantic fingering base. And this colorway is called You Look Like Seafood. So it's pretty funny. But I do love how it's turning out with the, I'm alternating skeins just because I didn't want to have any pooling in this project. And I think it's working pretty well. It looks pretty like even, and yeah, I don't know if I would like need to alternate skeins, because like down here I didn't alternate skeins and it like looks the same. So I'm not sure if it's like really necessary to alternate skeins, but I am, just to, you know, be a good knitter or whatever. But yeah, so I am almost, I think I have a few more inches to go before I split for the front and the back part of the tank, and then I will be done. Yeah, so I've really been enjoying working on this. It's super soft. I really like this yarn that I'm working with. Yeah, so that's the notched hem tank top. And my last whip I have is in a bag by Gabs of Slip Slip Sis. This is strawberry bag, and I also am using the Yarn Cozy. It was like a set, like a Yarn Cozy and a bag, and I am using both of those for this project. She has a new shop on Etsy, so I'll link that down below as well. But in this one, I am knitting a Musselburgh hat. I just feel like I always need to have a Musselburgh on the needles because it's such a good on-the-go easy project that you can still take with you, but you can still like engage with people if you're talking in the car or if you're out and about or whatever. It's an easy project to just have on the go. So this is my Musselburgh hat by Polka Dot Tee, and I am using ball yarn. I'm using ball yarn in their La Jolla base, and this colorway is called Raising the Bar, and I had purchased this in California and San Diego at the Apricot Yarn Store in Liberty Station, I think is what it's called. But I really love this colorway. It's like so pretty to work with. And this is like a squishy, it's 100% superwash merino, but it's like super squish. I'm really enjoying working on this here and there. And I am using these they're sterling silver stitch markers from, I can't remember the name of the shop. I will have to link that or put it on the screen. But she knits now on Instagram, and these are so good. These are like seriously becoming my favorite stitch markers. I need to get some more because I'm really enjoying them a lot. And I started that hat while we were in California. We went to visit some family, and some family hadn't met my son yet, so we took him to the beach for the first time, and that was a lot of fun. So that's why I started that skein. I think that skein was the oldest skein in my stash because I purchased it in 2018. Just a fun little tidbit of information there for you. Okay, so I have one future cast on. I don't normally do this, but I just loved this pattern and colorway. I am going to be making the Polka Dot Tee. It's a pattern by Lan Ray. She's LA Knits Apparel on Instagram. And she had a kit with Lion Brand in this, it's called Dragonfly colorway. So it's like a nice teal, like a dark teal color. Let me see if I can take one out to show you a little bit better. Ooh, it's really soft too. So it's 100% Pima cotton. It says it's a medium weight yarn. It uses a size 8 needle, so it might be like a DK. It might be like a DK colorway, or colorway. It might be a DK base. But it's Pima cotton, and the pattern is the Polka Dot Tee, and I'm excited to knit that up as well when I kind of get some of these other whips done a little bit. I'm sorry that podcasts have been a little bit more inconsistent. They probably will continue to be a little bit inconsistent in the future, right now at least. My daughter is expecting to have open heart surgery in August. So I will be a little MIA probably during that time. So if you think about us, please keep us in your prayers. We would really appreciate that. And yeah, I still have plans to do a stash tour. I have started baby proofing these shelves behind me though, because my little guy is mobile and he's pulling himself up to standing on everything. And so I've had to move all the yarn like that you can't see below here. I've had to move it all. And so I do plan on still recording a stash tour. There would seem to be a lot of interest for that. So I will do that. I'm not sure when, and I need to figure out how I want to do that. And also like maybe organize it at the same time, so that it's a little bit more of an interesting video and not just like, this is what I have and this is what I got, and you know, that sort of thing. So I do plan on still doing that, but I just don't know when, and I need to figure out how I want to organize it all so that I can kind of just do that all at once. But yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 57 of the Breaking Yarn podcast. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your time with me today. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed week, and we'll see you next time.